This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Wednesday, the 5th day of June in the year 2024. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting. Now here's what we're tracking tonight. The Georgetown City Council today approved a $3.297 billion budget for the city of Georgetown for this year. The approval of the city's budget came hours after it was presented to the 30-member council by Chairman of the Finance Committee, Councillor Lelon Saul, under the theme Building a Green, Resilient, Safe and Sustainable City. Councillor Saul told the council that the budget will largely be funded through the acquisition of rates and taxes, which are expected to amount to more than $2.2 billion this year. The municipality is also projected to receive another $329 million from its markets, $321.9 million in container fees, and other fees totaling $358.8 million, in addition to a $30 million subvention from the central government. But with the municipality's expenses accounting for a large percentage of the budget, including some $1.2 billion in employment costs and another $800 million in operating expenses, Councillor Saul said there is an urgent need for added revenue streams to meet the growing demands of the city of Georgetown.
As I speak, our main source of revenue is from the general rates and taxes. As you're all aware, the city is 70 square kilometers, and we have in excess of 350,000 persons living in this city. Vast network of roads, drains, public open spaces, all which we must maintain. And so there is that need, not only to create new streams of revenue, but also to get central government to honor the Fiscal Transfer Act. I want to remind you that successive governments have failed to honor this Fiscal Transfer Act.
The Finance Committee chairman said the City Council will monetize its assets, a number of which are currently languishing in the system. And it will also aggressively pursue delinquent and defaulting ratepayers, including the central government and state agencies. The council also plans to collaborate with the chief valuation officer in the production of valuation lists for areas that are not listed or should be amended.
To ensure that the council meet these targets, the focus will be on aggressively pursuing defaulters and delinquent ratepayers. Therefore, the council will implement remedies under Section 220 of Chapter 2801 of the Municipal and District Councils Act to recover rates owed. The following rate recovery measures will be implemented. As a civil debt, irrespective of the amount owed, under the Summary Jurisdiction or the Petty Debt Act, applicable to ratepayer owing less than $100,000. By district warrant, on movable property of person liable, whether such movable property is situated on the property in respect to which the rates are due or elsewhere.
It was also revealed today that more than $519.1 million has been set aside in the budget for the maintenance of the city, and another $299.3 million has been allocated for capital expenses. Councillor Saul said the municipality will continue to provide core municipal services through its city engineers, city constabulary, solid waste and public health departments. It was pointed out that the City Engineers Department alone is expected to expend $1 billion this year, while the Office of the Town Clerk is in line to receive more than $535 million. But a number of the councillors from the People's Progressive Party poured cold water on the budget, telling the council that the budget is far from realistic.
Alright, so today is June 5th. We are presenting our budget on June 5th with lofty goals and ideas of how we get to where we want to go. It's June 5th. Another budget is due on November the 15th. Ideally, as per 2801, don't shake your head.
No, estimates. Estimates.
Right.
There's a difference.
So basically we have
Estimates have to be start or supposed to be put in place by then.
So we have 5 months to. We don't know what we spent in the first 6 months, so we don't know how much is left on these estimates to be spent within the next 5 months. Going strictly by the book. So I think it's for me, it's unrealistic because we are now left with 6 months in the year.
PPP Civic Councillor Don Singh. Councillor Singh also said the Georgetown City Council ought to have been provided with financial reports on the amount of revenues received so far for this year and the information on expenditure. He said it has fallen below expectations.
In my opinion, I mean, whilst the budget is a steady budget, it's a bit of a copy and paste, but it's okay. But what it doesn't do is respond to the explosive growth that is taking place in Georgetown. When I say explosive, you don't have to be anything special, just drive around and you will see buildings going up, roads being built, just a wide variety of things going. And the budget does not even seek in one measure to address this growth. I understand money is needed.
Georgetown Mayor Alfred Mentor, in responding to the concerns raised, pointed out that councillors of the PPP Civic, including Singh himself, were actively engaged in the preparation of the budget and are also fully aware of the challenges confronting the city of Georgetown and the city council. More news coming up in just a moment.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Chance of a lifetime with Lucozade Energize Your Drive promotion. Enter to win a fully loaded Toyota CHR or a ton of cash. $500,000 and $250,000 respectively. Just purchase 2 or more Lucozade 360 milliliter at participating outlets. Write your contact details on the back of the receipt and place them in the marked boxes nationwide. It's that simple. And you're on your way to Energize Your Drive with Lucozade. This promotion runs April 12th to June 7th, 2024. Terms and conditions apply.
The Father's Day Cultural Extravaganza is here again. Yes, it's dedication to Daddy 5, A Father's Dream 2. Featuring Marissa Morgan Bonney, Romel Edmondson, Keisha Sam, Delisha Wright, Simone Dowding, Jolyon Harry, Colin Ambrose, Mosa Telford, Frederick Minty, Antoine De Silva, Ryan Headley, Creative Arts Dance Troupe, and others. On Sunday, June 16 from 8 p.m. at the National Cultural Center. Tickets are $2,500. Directed by Sharon Cadogan Taylor.
Now let's tell you that the wife and daughter of a West Demerara businessman are among the suspects held in connection with that large gold smuggling bust that took place at the Trinidad International Airport yesterday. The third suspect, according to law enforcement sources, is an employee of the family. There are also reports that the businessman has been on the radar of the Guyana Gold Board and the Guyana Revenue Authority, but his whereabouts are unknown at this time. The businessman's wife and daughter and their employee were arrested at the airport on Tuesday with a large quantity of undeclared gold in their possession. The mother and daughter are U.S. citizens. According to the Guyana Revenue Authority, the seized gold weighed more than 240 ounces and carries a value of more than $560,000 US dollars. It was found disguised as silver-plated jewelry. The Guyana Revenue Authority Customs Department said the suspects had no permit to export gold and also made no declarations. The gold has since been handed over to the Guyana Gold Board, while a full investigation into attempted smuggling has been launched by the Guyana Police Force. The 3 gold smuggling suspects remain in police custody, according to law enforcement sources. Their names have not been released. News source understands that a 4th suspect is currently being sought. In the world of politics now, the nomination period for the top positions in the executive of the People's National Congress reform will close on Monday, according to the party's General Secretary Don Hastings Williams. During the party's upcoming Delegates Congress, which will run from the 28th to the 30th of June, its delegates and members will vote to elect their candidates to the top leadership positions of leader, chairman, first and second vice chairman, along with 15 central executive committee positions. The General Secretary said while a number of persons have signaled their willingness to contest in the party's internal elections, they will only be allowed to do so after being nominated by the party groups.
Officially, the groups will have to do their nominations, send those nomination forms with their nominees, and the deadline is 10th. And then we'll officially know who have been nominated to run as leaders, as chairman, and hence. So until then, they have up to the 10th to submit.
Current leader of the PNC Reform, Aubrey Norton, is seeking re-election. However, executive members Roysdale Ford and Amansa Walton Desir are expected to challenge him for the lead position once nominated. Meanwhile, the General Secretary said the Congress Committee, which was established by the Central Executive Committee to spearhead preparations for the Congress, has been working to ensure all systems are in place for nomination day and the lead up to the Congress. She said the committee is currently updating the party's membership register.
Process, we are looking at our membership at the moment, those who updated, and the deadline was Monday gone. So we are now updating the membership, which will be sent out to the regional groups, and they will have to select their delegations based on those who are eligible.
And questioned whether the recent decision to derecognize the North American region arm of the PNC Reform and whether that will affect members in North America from participating in the elections and the Congress, the General Secretary responded in the negative. She said the leader of the PNC Reform, Aubrey Norton, has met with a number of the party groups in North America, and it was explained that the existing issue with the NAR will not affect their participation. Those groups, Hastings Williams said, have been provided with the requisite forms and documents, including membership and nomination forms.
The groups also receive the circulars, each group chairs, each one of them. So this in no way will affect them from participating at the upcoming Congress.
The upcoming People's National Congress Reform Delegates Congress will be held under the theme, Forming the Next Government, Building a Just, Inclusive and Prosperous Society for All. The party said the theme was chosen to reflect the party's determination to return to government in the next elections and to implement its people-centered development strategy.
I wonder what you know, man. Jesus. One minute then. Look like you got the whole of Guyana in your shoulder, boy. But right now, me had speed him, boy. Guess who come last night and disturbed me for me sleep and telling me why she ain't got nowhere to stay and want to stay here? Who? Dulce. Dulce? The sick thing? Yeah.
You mean the smooth rating?
Yeah, buddy.
You mean Spanish?
Yeah. Mucho español. Mamacita. Buddy, you can listen to me, buddy. Yes, Papi.
The play of the year is here. Ronald Hollingsworth brings to you Till I Find a Place in Guyana, the Spanish Connection. June 22 and 23 at the National Cultural Center. Tickets $3,000 and $2,500. Directed by Sharon Cadogan Taylor and Ronald Hollingsworth. Till I Find a Place, the Spanish Connection.
It's a Spanish coming inside. Spanish.
Rev up your excitement and win the chance of a lifetime with Lucozade Energize Your Drive promotion. Enter to win a fully loaded Toyota CHR or a ton of cash. $500,000 and $250,000 respectively. Just purchase 2 or more Lucozade 360 milliliter at participating outlets. Write your contact details on the back of the receipt and place them in the marked boxes nationwide. It's that simple. And you're on your way to energize your drive with Lucozade. This promotion runs April 12th to June 7th, 2024. Terms and conditions apply.
Mobil 1 is more than oil. It's many oils. It transforms at the molecular level. When cold, it's thicker than honey. When hot, it's thinner than water. Mobil 1 adapts and readapts to last longer. 16,000 kilometers between oil changes. That's your engine evolved.
Sol Guyana is the authorized distributor of Mobil lubricants.
Well, during last year, it was so nice. Me and them girls had real fun. It's the best party I ever went to. As a big one.
Backed by Popular Demand, Team Extra presents the Bad Birthday. June 22nd, 12 one-man bands running live. Stitchy Fight Machine, Murphy Invasion Band, Love Connection, Genesis, Big B, Cali World Band, Aaron the Entertainer, Honor Smooth, and many more. Early bird tickets at $2,000 at Just You Size Boutique, White Castle Fisher, Fireside Suites, Extra Beer, Starbucks, compliments of Fireside Suites, Extra Energy Drink, and Extra Beer. The Bad's Birthday, Saturday, June 22nd at the National Park. With more than 95 persons losing their lives in road accidents and incidents since the start of this year here in Guyana, Traffic Chief Senior Superintendent Mahendra Singh is calling for much safer use of the roadways. In a statement, the Traffic Chief noted that many of the fatal accidents which occurred could have been avoided if safer road usage was being prioritized. He said pedestrians in particular need to do better when using the country's roadways.
And some persons think that when they're crossing a major roadway or thoroughfare, you know, it's like you're someplace remote, you can just walk across without the fear of anything coming to strike you. We have CCTV footage that supports what I'm saying, so no one will be able to contest the information.
The Traffic Chief also said the Traffic Education Department has been intensifying its efforts to engage communities and road users, but persons are still not observing road safety signs or using the roads in a sensible manner. He said it has become clear that the department will have to step up its education campaign in order to reduce road accidents and road fatalities.
We continue the enforcement and education. We continue to engage the Ministry of Public Works and every other stakeholder to ensure that as far as possible, road signage is supported by road marking and or lighting infrastructure to generally enable the road using population to use it with good visibility, proper surfaces and so on.
The Traffic Chief also noted that due to the increase of traffic on the roadways and large volumes of vehicles coming into the country, persons should use the roads more sensibly, while pedestrians should pay keen attention to designated crossing spaces and observe the traffic rules also. Well, the Digicel Group has announced the activation of its subsea fiber cable Deep Blue 1, which the company has described as an advanced network with international submarine capacity that will supercharge connectivity across the Caribbean and South America. Guyana, French Guyana, Suriname, and Trinidad and Tobago are to be the big beneficiaries of the new fiber system. In a statement, Digicel said the advanced fiber cable network will provide seamless connectivity to the countries it serves and will facilitate uninterrupted communication and real-time data transmission. According to the company, Deep Blue One also presents an invaluable opportunity to connect offshore oil and gas rigs, supporting the growing energy sector in the region and fostering collaboration among key stakeholders in the oil and gas sector. The chief executive officer at Digicel, Marcelo Cataldo, said subsea fiber has long been the backbone of global connectivity, and Deep Blue One is set to serve as a catalyst for the next wave of economic development in the region. He said at Digicel, the company's focus has always been on keeping its customers connected to the people and things that matter most to them. Driving economic development in the countries they serve is a key part of that, he noted. It was also explained that Deep Blue One's redundant pathways and cutting-edge technology will ensure reliability, optimal operational efficiency, and minimal downtime, even in challenging environments. The company said with the use of the latest technology, the subsea cable network is also designed to accommodate future growth, offering scalability and flexibility. Cyril Francis, Digicel Guyana's chief technical officer, said in Guyana, Deep Blue One will enhance the country's digital integration with the rest of the world.
Look at the breathtaking beauty of the Essequibo, from its pristine rivers to its abundant resources. It's a treasure that belongs to Guyana, and we ask Venezuela to respect the rule of international law.
Our commitment to this land is not just about ownership. It's about preserving its beauty and resources for our people and future generations.
The controversy between Guyana and Venezuela was settled internationally as full, perfect, and final in 1899. Essequibo belongs to Guyana.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyoil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyoil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guyoil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Bust the flavors. We're full of flavors. Bust the flavors that me crave for. We're full of flavors. Tell your neighbors about the bust the flavors. Grab a bust the flavors. Yeah, thirst buster. Grab a buster. Bust the flavor, taste the savor. Bust the flavors. Bust the flavors.
With your regional and international news tonight, I'm Svetlana Marshall in the region. The Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, SEDEMA, said it's crucial for governments and residents to be prepared for the tropical cyclones and severe weather that are set to impact the region over the next 6 months. At a media conference on Tuesday, Elizabeth Riley, Executive Director of SEDEMA, said being prepared is one of the ways countries can ensure that they're able to bounce back if they are impacted by a hurricane, floods, or natural disasters. With the 2024 hurricane season set to produce 17 to 27 total named storms, Riley warned that it only takes one storm to devastate a country. She said the environment is presently favorable for storms to develop. In an article published by Loop Caribbean, Riley explained that sea surface temperatures in the eastern and central Atlantic are currently at record warm levels and are anticipated to remain well above average for the upcoming hurricane season. Riley said SEDEMA has put things in place to ensure that it can respond and assist countries impacted by natural disasters. 31 people who will operate via the CARICOM Disaster Relief Unit have been trained to assist with humanitarian response during a disaster. There are now 60 persons trained across the region to assist with search and rescue. Additionally, CARICOM's emergency telecommunications team now has 14 operators who have been trained to use SEDEMA's specialized communication development kits. A $100,000 reward has been offered by the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, TTPS, to anyone who can identify who carried out the Gonzales mass shooting on Sunday that spilled over to the Port of Spain General Hospital, Trinidad and Tobago Guardian said in a report. 8 people were shot, 4 of them died. Speaking with members of the media at his ministry's headquarters in Port of Spain on Tuesday, National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hinds described the mass shooting as unsavory and unfortunate criminal intervention. He said the police are in the process of reviewing footage wherever that is available that may lead them to a better understanding of what was done and who did it. The National Security Minister urged the people of Gonzales to cooperate with the police. He said in light of the reward of $100,000, persons can assist the police with information quietly. Hinds also sought to assure the public that reports stating that the assailants were dressed in police attire were untrue at this point in the investigation. But the minister added that multiple killings are becoming more frequent in the country, possibly due to the multiple rounds of ammunition that can be discharged from a high-powered rifle. And finally tonight, international news. U.S. President Joe Biden's Republican rivals and some of his Democratic allies have criticized his new executive order aimed at curbing record migrant arrivals at the U.S.-Mexico border, according to the BBC. Under the order, which took effect at midnight, officials can quickly remove migrants entering the U.S. illegally without processing their asylum requests. Left-wing Democrats, activists, and the UN have voiced concerns, while Republicans have criticized the plan as an election year ruse, arguing for tougher action. But Mr. Biden says his Republican opponents stood in the way of a bipartisan border security deal that failed in Congress earlier this year. The president faced an attack on Tuesday, the day of his executive order, from Donald Trump, his rival in November's elections. Mr. Biden had surrendered the southern border and is now pretending to finally do something about it, Trump wrote on social media. He was echoed by others, including Texas Senator Ted Cruz. The president hit back, accusing the Trump camp of an extremely cynical political move by pressuring Republican lawmakers to block the proposed border plan in Congress earlier in the year. Speaking on Tuesday, the president vowed that his executive order would help the country gain control of its borders. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Svetlana Marshall reporting and encouraging you to stay safe.